Welcome to True Life Lessons. Today we explore a powerful story about two village tailors demonstrating the ultimate secret to true success. In a peaceful town lived two tailors named Ramu and Somu. Both men shared a deep passion for creating beautiful clothing. Everyone respected their dedication to the craft. However, their approaches to daily labor were completely different from the very beginning. Ramu firmly believed that ultimate success would only come from continuous physical labor without ever taking a moment to rest. He woke up before dawn every single day and immediately sat at his sewing machine to begin his endless tasks. Ramu accepted every single order that came his way. He never paused to organize his workspace or plan his schedule. His hands moved mechanically across the fabric. He worked relentlessly from the early morning hours until late into the night. The villagers often saw Ramu sweating profusely under the dim candlelight, pushing his tired body to the absolute maximum limit. He thought taking a break was a complete waste of precious time. He just wanted to produce as much as possible. Despite his incredible effort, Ramu always looked exhausted. His workspace was incredibly messy, filled with scattered cloth and broken threads. On the other hand, Somu was equally dedicated to his craft, but he possessed a completely different mindset regarding his daily work. Somu deeply understood the profound value of strategic planning. He knew that working smarter was just as important as working harder. Every morning, Somu spent his first hour carefully cleaning his shop. He organized all his materials before touching any fabric. He dedicated precious time to meticulously sharpening his scissors. He knew sharp tools would eventually save him countless hours of struggle. Somu always analyzed his fabric patterns closely. He actively sought the most optimal ways to cut materials and minimize unnecessary waste. He even invested a portion of his earnings into purchasing a better sewing machine to increase his overall daily productivity. While Ramu was blindly rushing through his endless orders, Somu took short breaks to stretch his back and clear his mind. Somu believed that a well-rested mind could solve complex tailoring problems much faster than a tired and overworked brain. The villagers noticed that Somu always appeared calm and composed. His finished garments consistently showed exceptional quality and perfect stitching. One beautiful morning, a wealthy merchant arrived in their quiet village. He brought a massive opportunity that would test both tailors. The merchant needed a huge order of 300 identical shirts. He demanded they be completed within exactly one single month. He offered a handsome reward for the job. Both Ramu and Somu eagerly accepted the challenge to prove their tailoring skills. The massive scale of this order was unprecedented. It required not just immense effort but also brilliant execution to succeed perfectly. Ramu panicked slightly at the huge number. He immediately grabbed his scissors and started cutting fabric without any further thought. He decided to increase his working hours drastically. Ramu committed to working 18 grueling hours every single day without any breaks. He skipped his meals and ignored his family. Ramu believed that sheer willpower and endless labor would conquer this massive mountain. During the first week, Ramu produced many shirts. But his extreme lack of sleep quickly began to affect his physical health. His tired eyes could barely see the needle. His exhausted hands started shaking, leading to terrible mistakes in his daily work. Ramu accidentally cut several pieces of expensive fabric incorrectly. He wasted precious materials and had to redo many difficult stitching tasks. The constant stress was visibly destroying him. Ramu felt completely overwhelmed, yet he refused to stop and reconsider his flawed strategy. Meanwhile, Somu handled the massive order differently. He did not rush to his sewing machine on the very first day. Instead, Somu spent an entire day studying the shirt design. He carefully calculated the exact measurements needed for the entire batch. He realized he could not do this alone. Somu decided to hire 2 young apprentices to help him with basic tasks. He spent another day teaching his new apprentices. He showed them exactly how to fold and prepare the fabric for cutting. Somu developed a brilliant new technique. He stacked multiple layers of fabric to cut 10 identical shirt pieces at the same time. This ingenious method saved him an enormous amount of time. His sharp scissors sliced through the thick fabric with absolute ease. Somu only focused on the complex stitching. His apprentices handled the simple preparations. creating a highly efficient assembly line production system. He maintained his normal working hours. Somu always made sure to eat well and get plenty of restful sleep every night. His mind remained sharp and highly focused. Every single shirt Somu produced was absolutely flawless, with perfectly straight and beautiful seams. 2 weeks passed by very quickly. Ramu was completely exhausted, suffering from severe back pain and bleeding fingers from needle pricks. Ramu had only finished 100 shirts. Many of them had crooked collars and uneven sleeves due to his extreme fatigue. He felt a deep sense of despair. Ramu realized that working harder was simply not enough to complete this gigantic task. Somu, however, was making incredible progress. His organized system allowed him to produce 20 perfect shirts every single day without stress. The workshop of Somu was filled with joyful energy. The apprentices learned valuable skills while contributing to the massive production effort. Somu never compromised on the final quality. He inspected every single garment carefully before adding it to the completed order pile. As the final deadline rapidly approached, the entire village watched eagerly. They wondered which tailor would successfully deliver the merchant order. Ramu pushed himself beyond human limits. He stayed awake for 3 consecutive days, desperately trying to finish the remaining required shirts. His sewing machine frequently jammed because he never oiled it. He wasted hours fixing broken equipment instead of making actual progress. Finally, the designated day of delivery arrived. The wealthy merchant returned to the quiet village to inspect the finished clothing orders. He visited the messy workshop of Ramu first. Ramu stood there looking like a ghost, completely drained of all physical energy. Ramu had only managed to complete 200 shirts. Sadly, many of them were rejected due to poor stitching and defects. The merchant was deeply disappointed with Ramu. He paid him only a small fraction of the promised reward for his efforts. Ramu collapsed onto his wooden chair in tears. He had sacrificed his health and sanity, only to fail the challenge completely. Next, the merchant visited the neat workshop of Somu. He was immediately amazed by the beautiful stacks of perfectly folded shirts. Somu had actually finished the entire order 5 days early. He presented 300 flawless garments to the highly impressed merchant. Every single shirt was identical and beautifully crafted. The merchant happily paid Somu the full reward plus a generous extra bonus. The villagers gathered around to congratulate Somu. They finally understood the immense power of his thoughtful and highly organized working methods. Ramu came to visit Somu later that evening. He humbly asked his successful friend to share the secret of his achievement. Somu smiled warmly and poured his friend some tea. He explained that blind effort without proper planning always leads to exhaustion. He shared a profound piece of wisdom. A farmer using a dull blade will always struggle more than a prepared worker. Taking the time to sharpen your tools is never wasted. It is the ultimate key to multiplying your actual daily productivity. Ramu finally realized his biggest lifelong mistake. He had always focused entirely on the physical labor instead of his mental strategy. Hard work is absolutely essential for achieving success. But when you combine it with smart thinking, you become truly, completely unstoppable. From that day forward, Ramu changed his ways entirely. He started cleaning his shop and organizing his daily schedule with care. He learned to pause and analyze his projects. Ramu discovered that taking breaks actually improved the final quality of his garments. Both tailors eventually became highly successful business partners. They combined their incredible work ethic with brilliant strategies to dominate the market. This beautiful story teaches us a timeless lesson. We must always evaluate how we approach our daily tasks and professional goals. Are you just blindly rushing through your busy day? Or are you taking the necessary time to plan and optimize everything? Remember that being constantly busy does not mean you are being productive. True efficiency requires thoughtful preparation and continuous strategic improvement. Never be afraid to step back and evaluate. Sharpening your metaphorical axe will always help you cut down the biggest trees. Invest time in learning new and better skills. Build reliable systems that can easily handle the heavy lifting for your business. Protect your physical and mental health at all costs. An exhausted mind can never produce truly brilliant or highly creative solutions. Strive to become like the smart tailor Somu. Plan carefully, execute brilliantly, and always maintain your personal peace of mind every day. Thank you for watching this inspiring story today. We hope these valuable insights help you achieve greater success in your life. Please remember to subscribe to True Life Lessons. Stay tuned for more amazing stories and wisdom to guide your personal journey.